And welcome back, guys. Look at all this progress. Oh, interrupted my video, jerk. Anyway, we have completed a ton in here, and I don't know. We got done with everything, and got done with that video, and I really got to work on this thing, so I started trying some stuff together. When we left off, I had decided that I was going to put this second archway up here and do all that because it looked really good. But then I experimented with this a little bit. This was one of my designs that I had come up with the stair here and here, and then the torch, and then this column here, which that's the one I landed on. It looked the best, and we'll just go over what we came up with, what we decided, what the final things are going to look like, and we'll go from there. We'll get a little bit building done because I wouldn't say we're far from done in this room, but we got a decent amount of work left before we've completed the entire thing. So we're going to work on that some. One of the biggest changes you'll see, I finally figured out my thrones and what they're going to look like. Super excited about that. That was... yeah, I was trying to use gold in them, and I don't know, it was just looking really derpy. So that's first thing that was changed a lot. We made a decision on that, made these arches, and then also these, what am I calling it? The overhang here. We went ahead and put this half slab in here just to give it a little bit of variation. But let's go up on the roof of this, and we'll really look at what we've done. This is the main thing that I was getting figured out along here, is how to do this roof. And over here I got these were pretty simple. It's a real repetitive pattern, but I did put I wanted to integrate the cobblestone because that's been our accent piece throughout this entire build, so we're keeping that as an accent piece. We talked a little bit about colors. I really got into that a lot. I know we were getting the basic design together. Now I've actually started looking at colors and different textures of blocks and things like that we're going to put in just to kind of figure it out. You'll see when it comes to the shape, I was also trying to figure out over here. Let's get this on our hotbar. We've been breeding some horses in case you can't tell. Really, we were just working out the shape. Over here was difficult. The first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to put like an arc right here and kind of make this a semicircle here, but that just didn't work out. I couldn't get this nice sloped roof with that. So there's a lot that goes on here. Really what I ended up doing a perfectly diagonal line right here, and then bringing it up from there straight up to the top here, and then filling in this back. And you'll see this back part is down one, and the reason that is I'm trying to keep things from spawning in here. Still got some issues, and the lighting we're going to work on in this episode, so be looking forward to that. And what I did basically here is I did a diagonal here and a diagonal here, and then this straight part across. It's really all I could do. And then these diagonal cobblestone things, let's get back down to the bottom. You can see they look decent from down here. I'm happy with the way they turned out. They don't look as good as when we've got one straight on. It's raised up a little bit above where the dark oak wood is, and it looks best straight when we've got a straight one, but we did the best we could with this. I think all in all it turned out really, really nice, and really excited about this build, guys. I know you guys could probably tell before, I was super excited about the throne room. This is pretty much the accent piece of the entire build. This is really the only inside stuff we've got to do, so I'm trying to put the time in, get the details right. I usually am very, very lame about that, but the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to go through, and these are, I gotta get my pieces. These chairs, I really like how they look. I don't know what to think about these doors. They look a little goofy, but that's pretty much the only thing we could do. I really wish we had something we could make a back on this chair, but I think these tall chairs look the coolest. The game plan with those is make the tall chairs up top and then just have a bunch of benches down here. I really wanted to add signs on the end of these, but where they're so close together, it's just not going to work. And if we were to separate them out, it wouldn't work either. So just leave standard benches there. These are kind of like the king's advisors up here, so to speak. So that's why they got the big fancy chairs. Okay, let's move on. The next thing, what we're going to complete in this video, we got a lot to do. We're going to get these chairs changed out and make them look fancy. And then also, I wanted to work on this roof. This back area here, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this area yet. I think we've already talked about that. I may not do anything. I was thinking about a chandelier. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Don't know if that's going to work out. The one thing that we definitely are going to do, we're going to put a bunch of wood bracing up in here. We've got to figure out the logistics of that, and that'll kind of close up the roof, make it look so it's not so daunting up there. You got such a high roof, it just you kind of lose yourself in it. So if we put some cross bracing in there, it'll add a little detail up there, and that'll be nice. And then the last thing that we got to work on is lighting. You see, and I want to put, along with the lighting, will also go the carpet. I'm going to put some carpet here. I think up here we're pretty good on our textures, so I'm going to leave those alone. I actually like how these are looking, so I'll probably leave those alone for now. But down here in front, I would like most likely some red carpet. I think that's what we're going to go with as our carpet color. Kind of a powerful contrast. It seems pretty kingly, you know, if you would say something like that. And almost forgot this stinking beam. Let's go back here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. When I'm coming up on this thing, this beam is right in the middle. I thought I wouldn't mind it, but it comes, like if I'm walking down the middle of the room, you see it lines up and blocks my column there. It just looks kind of goofy. So that's one thing we got to get moved too. So that is actually the first thing I'm going to work on. I'm going to get that moved. We've already got a place picked out right out here. Show you where we're going to put that at. I went ahead and marked a place right here. It should work because this thing should be 9 by 9. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then plenty of space that way and this way. So we should be golden there. I'm going to go ahead and put that bad boy in. Get that moved over. And then the next thing we're going to start working on is probably the roof. I'll be back with you guys once I get a little progress and show you where I'm at on the whole thing. Wow, guys. There's really... One thing is, it's a tight fit in here because there's the outside wall there, so we just made it. Luckily, we took that into consideration before we started stacking blocks, so we knew we'd fit. We knew it was going to happen. But, oh my gosh, I forgot how many diamond blocks this takes, or iron blocks this takes. It's redonkulous. Alright guys, so, I can't get out of here. We're just putting the finishing touches on this beacon. Alright. I wonder if I could have put... Did I have to put more diamonds in this thing? I would assume so. Got regeneration. Yeah, I would almost have to. And then we wanted speed. Oh! Very nice. You know what's sad? I almost forget how these things work. Yeah, we're not getting anything yet, so... Let's go get another diamond. Fill that sucker up. See if this bad boy goes to work for us. One thing this is going to accomplish, guys, is you see this is more centered. Really what this accomplishes is it gets it to where it covers more of our, what's it called, storage room down there. I know I've noticed that it just doesn't cover it all. Let's do that. Get some of that there. Let's, just click it. See if that works. Maybe. Oh, we got regen. Let's check our speed. Oh yeah, got it all. Oh goodness. It's amazing how much you can forget about this game. It actually hasn't even been about a couple months since I set up a beacon, if that. Maybe only about a month. So we got our beacon set up. I need to throw that one thing back over onto that. Do that later. got the beacon set up. Let's get back to the throne room. One thing I'm trying to work out, guys, is what I'm going to do with this roof. And I figured I'd just take a quick break, talk to you guys for a little bit on what we're going to do with this thing here. Let's run up here and make sure we grab all these blocks. We're going to look at this from, if I look at it from here, I'm thinking about doing, this one's almost got a little bit of a arch to it. I'm thinking that may be what I end up doing. I don't know. I really can't decide. If I'm going to make an arch to it and then bring a couple of cross members through here and bring them straight. I just can't quite decide yet, but it's definitely looking good. I'm liking the way it's looking. I just need to figure out the logistics of everything, exactly how it's all going to fit together and everything like that. So I'll be back in a little bit. We'll do a little more building on this. I think we're just going to do them straight, because that's going to be the simplest way to do it. This dang block. You go get it. It's starting to irritate me. So I think I'm going to bring it straight across, and we'll just kind of go with the flow from there. We'll bring that straight across, and then we'll run a few up to the roof. One thing's for certain, guys, we're going to need more dark oak wood, so I'm going to have to go mine a little bit of that here in just a minute, but we'll figure out our design first. Alright guys, here's where we're at. Started working on the roof. That's just a lot of work. It's not fun. I'll show you the progress we've made. It looks kind of like crap right now, I'm thinking, because we didn't really finish it. I've had a couple different options that I've been trying, and then I started tearing some of them down, and I realized, oh, let me show these guys what I've been doing. That way they'll understand. What I'm hoping to do is kind of give you guys like the process of thinking and why I do things. You know, we got our beacon moved, we got everything accomplished. Now we're moving on to this roof, and it's been interesting to say the least. It's what we're still working on right now, but the final design, guys, what we're coming up with is, see these arches right here, that one and that one are the two ones that are right. I wanted to show you, and then this is going to stay over here, I think, and then because it kind of frames it in a little, but what that does, that'll close up this large space up here a little bit, give it a little more detail. I don't know, it's been awful. Like, that Enderman spawned up there. Mobs have been spawning everywhere once I start adding these in. I'm gonna have to light it up there. I'm a little bit bummed about it. I don't know, because there's not really a good way to light it up. So don't exactly know what I'm gonna do about that yet, but I think I'm gonna end up honestly just throwing torches up there. That's about the only option. But anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna continue this like a spine coming all the way down with these same arches, and it'll come all the way down to this far end. So that's what we're going with. The one thing I haven't figured out, let's get up there. The one thing I haven't figured out yet, I had this, well, in my head it seemed like a really, really cool idea of this giant beam coming across the center and making a slight arc all the way across there. I'm starting to realize that is not going to look that great. I think what I'm going to end up doing instead is just bring a beam straight across here, just a single line right where I put this one, and then I'm gonna continue these arches across, and then you see how this vertical beam is right there. I'm gonna put that one there, and then just continue to put those across all the way down through there. I think that's what's gonna look the best. I don't know if it's gonna be the option that's like, oh, that's the most realistic, the most real life option there is. You know, there's probably not going to be the case there, but you know, better than nothing. So that's where I'm at on this. I'm really hoping that we got enough time this episode, guys, to get to all the lighting and all the details as well, and we can finish knocking this thing out and call it done. We're getting close. We're getting close. Don't get me wrong, but we're not there yet. I'm going to finish up this roof. Hopefully when I come back, I'll have this roof totally done, and we'll get started on some of the finer details. Alright guys, we're just picking up all the scaffolding here. Oh, I gotta take this down. It's alright, we'll take it down here in a little bit. Grab, grab, grab. Yum, yum, yum. Alright. Oh man, it's right in the way too. We're gonna tear this down. I think that would be our best plan of action. Okay. Because I want you guys to get a good look at this thing, what it looks like. Oh man, this is a lot of work. One time during the build I ran away from it, and oh man, I didn't even think about it. I had no torches up there, and mobs started spawning up there. Every time I would ender pearl up there, freaking skeleton would shoot me off the top, and I kept falling. So frustrating, but you can see I got my supports running up straight up there. I'm liking it. I really like the way this looks. If we had room, I would have some diagonals coming off right in here, but we don't really have room. It's kind of cramped up there. I tried putting something in here. It just didn't look good, so we ended up not doing that. But we do have something that works, and I really like it. What we're gonna start working on now, though, I'm gonna get to the lighting, and I'm gonna get into the details. So the first thing we're gonna do, you see how. First thing I'll explain is, when it comes to lighting, it all depends on your build, but I'll use this one as an example. What I'm going to be trying to do is put as little light as possible. Since this is a castle build, that's probably your best case scenario, is as little light as possible, because castles are kind of dark and dank. Let's hit F3 and see what this looks like. Where's my block light? See, this is a 6 and a 7. Definitely not going to work out there. We have to light this up a little bit, but we can hide some lights under the carpets. Let's take all these out. We'll throw one in there. Have one on each of those ends. Let's see what this makes my light level if I take all of these down. So, it's a 7 right there. Everything else seems to be pretty good. But that is a little low over there. We may leave it there. We'll get some mobs spawning in here, but this is all for looks. I'm not too worried about it. We aren't even going to spend a whole lot of time in here. We'll spend some because I'm going to have my rooms back in here. I'm going to put some chests back in here because we got to... I mean, when we put this much time into something and it starts to look real nice like this, I got to at least spend some time in it. So I think we already set up our torches a little bit here. That's about how we're going to have them. Wonderful. Now, the next thing we're going to need is a little bit of carpet. And we'll hide some glowstone under that. I'll go get that and I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gents. All we need now is to add in this carpet. I think this is really it. The carpet and finish these chairs. I think we got this whole thing whooped. The only thing left is to do this storage room, which... there's not going to be anything exciting about that, so I'm going to do all that off camera, I believe. But, man, I'm pumped to get this done. Let's look at our light levels here. You shouldn't be there. Got all the torches out. And this, I got to figure out what to do about this. So I don't really want this one here. I think I may leave these dark. I don't know. Haven't decided on that yet. Because I'm considering whether or not it would look nice to have this dark. I'm trying to figure out. The main thing that I'm looking for, guys, is I want the... yeah, that's not going to look good. We'll come up with something that'll look good. We may throw some glowstone in here and then put a trapdoor in front of it or something. We'll come up with something that looks cool, but we're going to have light right there in between those to make that the focal point. So that's definitely necessary. Now what I'm going to do, let's see, hit F3. I want to look for, here's my lowest block light level. And so yeah. And then if I have one right there, I should be fine. I think we're... okay, we got a 7 right here. So what we'll do, we'll throw one in right there, and one in right here. Actually, let's see if that moves this. Yeah, that moves this up to 8. there's some low ones right there. 6. So let's throw something in right here too. So it looks like we can get away with just 2. Here's the trick I'm using, guys. I'm throwing some glowstone in the floor, and then let's get F3 off the screen, and then we can cover that up with some carpet, and you're still going to get the benefit of the light, so that's going to be great. Oh yeah, it looks sharp. Then I think what we're going to do is make like a central area here. Let's look at my diagram. Let's do a I don't know how wide this room is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh, it's not very wide. I don't know, guys. I'll mess with that a little bit. Try to get that looking sharp and looking just the way I want it. Cause right now, I don't know. It looks a little lame. I may even put some indents in the floor or something. I haven't decided exactly what to do. We'll figure this one out here, and we'll get that all completed, and then we should be good to go. The last thing that we have to do, we'll start putting these chairs in, which I, of course, don't have anything I need. I'll put those chairs in, finish that up, and then that's really the only thing we have left to do. I think I got all my lighting under control. I'll come back and show you guys those chairs, and then we'll be done. We'll wrap this thing up, and we'll call this throne room complete. There may be a few touch-ups here and there, but man, this thing is looking sharp, guys. Anyway, I'll see you back shortly, and we'll look over the final thing with all the chairs in, kind of give you guys an overview, and we'll finish this bad boy up. All right. We have completed everything. I'm going to give you guys just a real quick look around so you can see. Got my big chairs up there for all my council members to advise the king, and I made this nice little platform. Really what this is, and then like I said, the way I envision it, this is where someone stands before the king to get judged, or to when a messenger comes to make an announcement. I think that's perfect. And a nice little walkway to get out, and I'm loving the way this looks. Let's run up here to the throne. Oh yeah, and look at this. Let's pull this. Check that out. Managed to hide something in there. I got me a glowstone block right down in there. That should light this up pretty well. Kind of make this a focal point. But look at that. And I love all the detail that's gone into this project, and I'm really excited about it. It makes me excited to finish this castle up, really. I would like to promise you that we're going to finish some more stuff on the castle. Let's see, what's left to be done in the castle? Let's go over that real quick. I know the thing that I don't even want to mention is this tower. I don't know why I haven't really had the urge to work on that, but that's something that's definitely got to be done. That's the next big project after the throne room. That's got to be done, but more than likely what we're going to end up doing, we're going to end up taking a break on that. Take a break on getting that done. We're not going to mess with that yet. Maybe some cleanup is in order, maybe. I don't know. Still got a few things left to do, but really excited that this is completed. I love the way this turned out. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.